students. Today we are continue with the fourth lesson and the remaining properties. Okay, in the previous class we have discussed the two properties of the materials. And the first property was the appearance of the material. Okay, how an object looks like, etc. Okay, and we have discussed the hardness of the object also. If the substance is easy to scratch, it is soft material. If the object is very difficult to scratch, it is a hard material. Based on the appearance, we have classified the materials into different groups. Okay, and the third property today we are going to discuss, it is solubility. Okay, before we are going to start, I will show you a small experiment. Okay, so that time you will come to know what is solubility and what are soluble substances, etc. Okay.
Okay, students, here you can see I have mixed kerosene and water. So, is it possible to mix together? No. It forms two layers, right? The first layer is kerosene and the second layer is water, which may not mix up together, right? Okay, students, instead of kerosene, if you add a pinch of sugar in the water, let's see what happens. Okay, let me dissolve it first. Okay, let me dissolve this sugar. So what you can see? Yes, it is completely dissolved in water. Okay, so you can generally say that salt and sugar dissolves in water, but kerosene, oil, they never mix with water. They are insoluble. But these salt and sugar are soluble in water. The solubility of a material. Okay, you can see the substance that completely disappear or dissolve in water are soluble in water. Okay, the examples like salt and sugar. But when you talk about the insoluble substance that do not mix with water and do not disappear even after we stir for a long time. You can see the example sand and oil. Okay, these are the two examples. And here you can see from this you can see that sugar and salt, they are soluble. But rest of all the substances like chalk powder, sawdust, vinegar, etc. you can see they are all insoluble in water. Right? But you can see two pictures. One is soluble and the other is insoluble. Soluble is completely dissolved, but insoluble substances, they form separate layer.
Good morning, students. Today we are continue with the fourth lesson and the remaining properties. Okay, in the previous class we have discussed the two properties of the materials. And the first property was the appearance of the material. Okay, how an object looks like, etc. Okay, and we have discussed the hardness of the object also. If the substance is easy to scratch, it is soft material. If the object is very difficult to scratch, it is a hard material. Based on the appearance, we have classified the materials into different groups. Okay, and the third property today we are going to discuss, it is solubility. Okay, before we are going to start, I will show you a small experiment. Okay, so that time you will come to know what is solubility and what are soluble substances, etc. Okay. Okay, students, what you observed from the experiment? What you observed? Yes, there you can see, if you take some salt and if you mix it in water, which will be easily dissolved. Right? So you can say that salt is a soluble substance. So instead of salt, if you take kerosene, what you observe there? Yes, kerosene does not dissolve in water. It forms two layers, two separate layers. So you can confirm that kerosene is an insoluble substance. Okay, so solubility is the one of the important property of the material to sort out into different groups. So based on this, we can classify the soluble substances and insoluble substances. If you dissolve chalk in water, the chalk powder does not dissolve in water, it is an insoluble substance. If you mix oil with water, which also does not dissolve in the water, it is also an insoluble substance. Right? If you mix sand in water, that also does not dissolve in water. So that is also an insoluble substances. Okay, so you can categorize, you can differentiate the soluble substances and the insoluble substances. So what is solubility? The ability of the material or substance which can be dissolved in water. That is the solubility. Okay, so this is the another important property. Okay, the next property, it is, next we are going to discuss the next property. It is, okay students, now we are moving on to the next property, whether the substance float or sink. Okay, this is a very important property of a material to classify the substance based on the density. Okay, density is nothing but mass by volume. Okay, if the volume is more means density is less. The density is more means volume is less. Density is equal to mass by volume. Okay, so I am going to show you a small experiment. By looking at that, you can have the final observation. Okay, please go to the experiment. Okay, students, what you observe from the experiment? I hope you got a small idea regarding a density. So what you observe when you put a piece of leaf in the water? The leaf is floating on the surface of the water, right? Yes. What you observe if I throw a piece of stone in the water? Because of its high mass, it's sink into the water. The leaf floats on the water, but the stone sink into the water. Okay, that is another important property of a material to classify it in two different groups.